Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So, at the moment, we are still trending up, but there is something that is bugging me a little bit, and that's this wedge that's forming. Okay, so we're forming this wedge on the daily. Obviously, the trend is still up, and we need the wedge to break to the downside and validate before we can actually even think about a potential trend change on the lower time frames. Definitely going to take a lot to change trend on the daily, but I would ultimately like to see a deeper pullback. And this area here of 28,200 is something which I would like to see, okay, which is a good 300-point move. There are other levels inside here as well, which would be interesting as well. So there's another breakout here, which is almost at the wedge target. Okay, but if I basically work this out on a true technical point, let's say we do turn around here, that's our target level there, 27710, but obviously it needs to break. Okay, so let's just get down to some time frames we can trade today. Remember, it is holiday season, so anything's possible. We could just continue trending up as the trend is up, or we could have a massive pullback, or we could just have a range. Okay, there's nothing cast in stone, and price action tends to go out the window when volumes are low. Okay, so we had some profit taking. We've started with a gap up, and we've got a red bar at the moment on the 3 hour. Nothing to read into that at the moment. Trend is up. I'm still looking for pullbacks. Okay, so until this wedge breaks, so in other words, this trend line at the bottom here, until that breaks, there is no short on offer. You're looking for longs. Okay, so we come to the hour. You're looking for pullbacks, and you can see where your pullbacks need to be. So this low is the first one, and this level here is the next one. So 28450 and 28483. That's the area that I'm looking for pullbacks. And what you're going to have to do is probably switch to the much lower time frames in order to watch what's going on. So when I say much lower, you're probably going to be on the 5-minute charts, to be honest. So you can see here we're in the alligator, nothing really happening. We do have a gap down, so I do anticipate that to close. Then a bit of a pullback, and then the question is whether this level that is formed here, whether it rolls. Because if it does roll over here, you have shoulder, head, shoulder. Okay, and that means a head and shoulders pattern inside a wedge, which is a bearish view. Okay, so when I say 5 minutes, this is what I'm talking about. And you can see the stop areas are going to be so much better. So a break below that, I have a 16-point stop loss. Okay, but obviously not now when the markets are, when volumes are so thin as what they'll be at the moment in the Asian session. You want to wait for the European session, still going to be thin, but there should be something that will drive the market. And then again when the US opens. Okay, before we switch across to the Ichimoku, quick review on the small account. So we're basically sitting on a 14.5 at the moment, and last week was a pretty good week apart from Friday. What was that? Monday was a slow day, but Friday was a disastrous day, lots of mistakes, which luckily we were actually very lucky to end up with a profit, to be honest. But 38.48% return for Friday for the last week, which is not too shabby. This week's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough because I'm anticipating, okay, obviously Christmas Day won't be much. Boxing Day, I don't think there'll be much either. And then the 27th, there may be something on offer, but debating what I'm going to be doing, whether I'll be trading or not. So then we have the 30th and 31st again. So at this stage, we've got reasonably small targets, and it is possible to make more. So we'll basically watch what's going on, and I think I've got a couple of currencies that I'll be looking at as well. Anyway, let's just get to the Ichimoku. It may offer us something. So you can see what I mean about the 5 minutes. You can see you've got a bearish cross here, Okay. Bearish, well, range bound, nothing really there. But let's just start on the 12. So on the 12 minutes, we're hovering on the cloud. It is bullish. Everything's bullish. Just broken through bullish, flat, nothing. Okay. 30 minutes is bullish. Hour is also bullish. 4 hour will also be bullish. But we do have a bit of deviation forming here. Do want to see a pullback. And this is why I'm really would like to see some kind of a deep pullback. Just to 28,468. I'm looking for some more structure to form for me to get long again. It's had a good run. And you can see how far we are from Kijun to Dickinson at the moment. And the daily Kijun and Dickinson is also starting to have some diversions here. So we're starting to get a flat Kijun, then you get a flat Kijun like here, and then it rolls over. Okay. So yeah, I'm not interested in chasing longs at this level. I want to be long, but I want to be long lower down. Okay, so this gap close would be interesting. 28,487 will be interesting. 28,468 will be interesting. And I don't see another Brooks gap. Nope. So then my next level will be 28,452. Okay, and just bear in mind what could happen here, which is looking like what's brewing. Is a flag. And that's a bull flag, which gives us a target to the upside of 28,590. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see that either. Okay, but the thing about this is if you look at all these tails here, we're going to need to break through that. And I can't see us breaking through that in the Asian session. Even in the European session, I think it'll be a tough break. Okay, so anyway, guys, I think for me, I'm reluctant to be looking at longs at the moment. Want to see a deeper pullback or some more structure, and then we'll start looking at longs. So it's going to be a patience game with us today. Watch carefully what's going on through the morning and try and anticipate what's going to happen. Obviously, back down the bottom here, it forms a bigger range. See, there's the top of the range, here's the bottom of the range. Now, that would be a decent, well, half-decent trade because you can do a 20-point stop loss here. Okay, so 20-point stop loss for me on this instrument, that equates to 10 contracts. Actually more, 18 contracts. What's my risk? My risk is my risk today is 291, so it's 19 contracts with a 20-point stop loss. That would cover my risk. So, and that's for 60 points. So that's a half decent trade setup at the moment. So definitely we'll look at longs off the bottom here. 28,487, and we're going to do that with a 5 or a 6 minute chart. Okay, so going to want to see some structure like there. You see there's a tail, green bar, big down, massive engulfing bar. So that's a double bottom potential or bottom of range. So that's the area that I'd be looking at with a half decent stop loss or pretty tight stop loss. Okay, so yeah, so that would be my first thought is to take along of 28,487, anticipating a move back up here to 28,547. Okay, anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.